Hi, I'm Alex Rawnsley. Welcome to another edition of Three Things, the show where we take a look back at three things you might have missed from the last set of 7 and get you set for the week ahead. A pair of victories for the Kings, wins numbers 3 and 4 in a row, as the team defeated the Cowichan Valley Capitals in Powell River by scores of 6-1 and 3-1. Let's get things started with three things you might have missed from those pair of games.
Partial break, in on goal shot, scores! Kings win! Double overtime!
Thing you might have missed, number 1, is another Jack Long special. Came Saturday night late in our second period. Now, Long, in his first year in the BCHL, is already becoming known for delivering some bone-crushing hits, and he doesn't let the fact that he's one of the youngest players in the league stop him at all. At just 16 years of age, he has delivered some beauties this season, including a classic hip check which got picked up by TSN's Bar Down against the Capitals earlier in November. This one against Patrick Geary in the second period of Saturday night. Not quite the classic hip check, but just an absolute ripper.
As Halasian across the line, bounced off by Owings, gathered in by the Caps as they go a three-line pass. Geary did well to reel it in. Partial break, great check by Jack Long. Are you kidding me? As Jack Long, and all hell broken loose now. Tristan Mullen comes in as Long got a good check after the whistle. Not sure who came in, but the initial check on Jack Long was an absolute beauty. That was an absolute ripper from Jack Long. He's connected beautifully on 2 of them this season. That was one. The other was on Ryan Burton in Duncan back earlier this month. It wasn't the classic hip check. It was just a wrecking ball moving through a skyscraper. Boom.
Thing you might have missed, number 2, isn't necessarily from the last week alone, although it certainly contributed to it. A pair of victories against Cowichan, wins number 3 and 4 in a row, also helped improve the Kings' record over their last 6-5, 0-1. In fact, the only blemish in the last half a dozen games has been against the Chilliwack Chiefs, an overtime loss. Otherwise, the Kings have been victorious against Cowichan, Merritt, Prince George and Langley, outscoring opposition in that stretch 33-14. Take a little bit of a closer look at the box scores though, and you'll find a lot of different names on it. This past weekend, Saturday night, 3 goals from 3 different goal scorers. Friday night, 6 goals from 6 different players. Prince George, 7 from 6. Merritt, 6 from 5. Chilliwack, 2 goals from a pair of different players. And Langley, a season-high 9 goals from 8 different goal scorers. And in that stretch, no player has had more than one multi-goal game, and only 2 players on the roster, Nick Nonis and Jack Long, have failed to register a point. But how good defensively have they been in that stretch? Thing you might have missed, number 3, is some league honours for a pair of Powell River Kings after this past weekend, as defenseman Jeremy Leclerc was named the BCHL Player of the Week for an outstanding 200-foot performance in both games this past weekend. Leclerc scored in both the victories and helped the Kings allow just 2 goals in 120 minutes. Also contributing to that and earning an honourable mention was Kings goaltender Jeff Smith. He went 2-0 with a .971 save percentage. You can read the full release on the BCHL Player of the Week award with a link in the description down below. So the Kings stay at home. They are in the middle of a 6-game homestand at the Hat Park Arena, and they'll entertain another Island Division foe this weekend. Similar circumstances to Cowichan coming in last weekend. It's a team the Kings haven't beaten this season. Let's get you set for what's to come. Thing to look forward to, number 1, is a doubleheader against the Victoria Grizzlies at the Hat Park Arena this weekend. It'll be games 4 and 5 of the season series between Powell River and Victoria, and of course, no love lost between these two clubs, and no lack of experience playing each other over the last 3 years as well, with back-to-back-to-back playoff appearances against each other. Powell River finally got the monkey off the back with a 6-game victory over the Grizzlies last season to propel them into the Island Division final against the Nanaimo Clippers. The 3 results this year, however, haven't gone the Kings' way. The Kings are 0-3 against Victoria thanks to losses 5-2, 3-1, and 5-2 through October and the start of November. 2 of those came at the Q Center in Victoria, 1 on November the 10th in Powell River. Austin Kamer leads the Kings in scoring against Victoria this year with a pair of goals. Now, the Grizzlies have been a little bit up and down in recent times. They had won 5 straight from the end of October through to the start of November. However, they finished the calendar month 6-4-0-1, currently battling with the Alberni Valley Bulldogs for 4th in the Island Division. Now, it is important to note that the Victoria Grizzlies have played more than anyone in the Island Division this year, and the Kings will have 4 games in hand on the Grizzlies when the two meet this weekend. The second early bird draw for the Powell River Kings Dream Lottery coming up on Sunday afternoon will make somebody $7,500 richer with our second early bird draw, and they'll join Kelly Cade, who won $5,000 back last month as an early bird winner in this year's edition of the lottery. Of course, it's all just a teaser to January 3rd's draw of $50,000 in cash as a grand prize, all part of $100,000 or more than $100,000 of cash and prizes up for grabs in this year's lottery. Tickets are $100 each for the main Dream Lottery draw. You can purchase them online through prkingsdreamlottery.ca. If you do live in Powell River, you can also buy them at the Town Centre Mall 10 until 4 or at any Kings home game. As we said, the next early bird draw coming up on Sunday, December the 6th for $7,500. Make sure you get your tickets before then to be eligible for that. Like Kelly, if you do win the early bird draw this weekend, you go straight back into the draw for all the prizes coming up on January the 3rd. Full prize list, rules, and regulations are available online at prkingsdreamlottery.ca. The Kings back in action this weekend. A doubleheader at the Hat Parker Arena. Games 3 and 4 of this 6-game homestand the Kings are currently on, both against the Victoria Grizzlies, Saturday night at 7:15, Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. We'll have all your pre-game short coverage on the network at 95.7 Coast FM, beginning 20 minutes prior to puck drop of both days. Of course, if you cannot make the games, play-by-play to follow both on the network and 95.7 Coast FM. That'll do it for this week's edition of the show. I'm Alex Rawnsley. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you at the Hat Parker Arena this weekend as the Kings and the Grizzlies go at it once more in a weekend doubleheader. Bye now.